Hello, and welcome back to another episode of Cabin in the Woods. I know it's been a while. I know. Do I look tired? Look, I feel really tired all the time. Night shift is really. I commend the people who've been doing night shift for a long time. I've only been doing it for, I don't know, 6 months, and whew, it's rough on me. I'm having a hard time actually being able to do stuff and not just sleeping all the time. Anyways, I'm working tonight too, but I started adding more stuff in my room. It's not perfect, and there's stuff all over the place too. But I've got this badass top from Shein. It's beautiful. Okay, I'm gonna go turn the light on. Like my belly's gonna hang out. I'm wearing my PJ pants. Like I know you guys don't care, but you need to see this cool top. Yeah, look. It's so comfy. It's got giant buttons and it's like super loose on the sides. I'm wearing a French shirt that says Chanticleer. And then in the back, you can't really see, it's got like a see-through thing with like flowers, like a mesh thing. I don't know if you were able to see that on video, but it's really comfortable. I got it from Shein. I want to show off this shirt. I got a couple of different shirts from Shein. One, the sleeves got mushrooms and stuff on it. It's really cool. Highly recommend. They have really, it feels like it's like hand knitted. Like it's really, if you don't know what Shein is, it's an app. Shein. Not sponsored, just saying. It's cheap and it's nice. Jeez. Yeah, big ass sleeves. Ooh, delicious. Changed my setup a little bit. I think I already said that. I don't know anymore. I hope you guys are doing okay though. Seriously, I've been slacking with recording. I've just been streaming randomly and sleeping way too much. I need to not sleep so much. And I've been eating healthy too. I've lost some weight, taking my time with it, not going too crazy like last time where I gave up after 4 months because I was going too hard. But there's a gym at work and I'm allowed to use it. So that's pretty sweet. And I just had a shower, so my native friend told me when you braid your hair, when your hair is wet, it dries out and then it makes you nice natural waves without using harsh stuff on your hair. So I've been doing that for a long time. And it's really freaking cold here. I've got the heater on full blast. We still don't have heat in the house, by the way. It's literally just heater fans. So I'm still paying $1,000 a month for electricity, which is pretty much all of my money. But anyways, everyone's got problems. Let me show you how cold it is. Sure. Minus 24. Okay, so it's not too bad. But we've got extreme cold minus 40. So I don't know why this one's saying minus 24. Like if I check my phone right now, minus 24 feels like minus 35, and it's like it's the wind is just so cold, you know? It's crazy. And I also have the moon on here. Last quarter. I like having the moon on there for some reason. Yeah, what else is new? I don't know. I'm sure I'll think of stuff after I'm done recording, but there's a new movie that I really want to see really bad. It's the Nosferatu movie, Nosferatu, however you say it in English. The vampire one. It looks so freaking good, bud. It looks so freaking good. I'm saving myself for it. I want to see it in theaters, but I've just been working a lot. I'm trying to get switched to morning shifts because I'm fine doing night shifts, but like it's affecting me, I can tell. And another thing is that I watched a TV show called Light Shop. It's Korean, and I have to say the ghosts are actually pretty spooky on there. I don't know if I can get you a trailer. Light shop. Korean horror. It's a bit of a drama too, but it's the monsters, the ghost or whatever, they're pretty creepy. I recommend.
넌 어쩌면 다른 사람이 못 보는 걸 봤던 걸지도 몰라.
뭘 보는데요?
여기에서 뭐 하시는 거예요?
나 모르겠어요.
여기 조명 가게엔 다양한 사람들이 옵니다. 이곳은 어떻게 오시게 된 겁니까? 여기 말고 이곳에. 깨어날까요?
환자분들 의지에 달렸죠.
그 의지라는 거 말이에요. 그게 어떻게 생기는 거죠?
이곳은 어디입니까? 나도 같은 질문을 했었죠.
문 밖을 나가면 골목 끝에 조명 가게가 있어.
Anyways, I don't want to show the whole show, but yeah, it's pretty good. I finished it at work. So I highly recommend that. Also, there's a bunch of Ghost Adventures, but it's not Ghost Adventures. This Destination of the Damned. And I haven't seen these yet, so I kind of want to watch these with you guys. So Bishop claims to have recently seen 400 cases of demonic possessions. So I haven't seen any of the Destinations of the Damned. And I really want to. I can't motivate myself to do anything. And did I tell you guys I got my gun license? I know my mind's all over the place. But I took a gun course. Like the RCMP, that's the police in Canada. And I officially can own a gun now. It was pretty easy. I mean, I think I was just naturally good at it. But I think it's just to make sure people have common sense and can handle a gun. So yeah, it's just for safety, just to know how to use one, because you never know. I'm not a hunter. I've got nothing against hunting, but okay, let's watch.
My film crew makes the trip to Mexico City, then immediately travels 135 miles north to Querétaro, a city whose bishop claims his diocese recently handled approximately 400 cases of demonic possession. A ministry of exorcism was created here as a result of this epidemic. We arrive at a chapel that is dedicated to helping those under the grip of possession. Fuerza y Fe, which translates to Force of Faith, is a group led by Professor Jesus Ramirez, who has dedicated the past decade to conducting exorcisms and clearing homes of negative energies. Remarkably, they carry out an impressive 300 to 400 exorcisms a year. And today, we've been granted access to witness one. My film crew makes the trip to Mexico.
See, I'm not a fan of exorcisms. To me, it's just people with mental illnesses. But if it makes somebody feel better, then good. But if they keep pushing it to a point where it ruins someone's life, then I'm against it. This one is the crew documents an exorcism from beginning to end. I'm not going to play too much of this. I feel exorcisms are more like mental breakdowns.
The first two people are tested and found to not require the most severe treatment for their conditions. That leaves us with the third individual who explains she has been hearing voices and seeing shadows in her home.
Jesus Christ is your ruler.
Jesucristo es tu gobernante.
El miedo es más grande.
More than fear.
Finally, after testing this person, it is determined that an exorcism is needed.
He's going to continue the process in the other room.
gonna play all of it. I feel like that's culty to me. I've never been a fan of the whole exorcism thing. But that's me. On Holy Ground is a terrifying journey to Mexico investigating a disturbing rise of exorcisms. So this is the same thing again. See, that's
In recent years, a series of gripping headlines have emerged from the heart of Mexico. Reports of demonic possessions and the urgent requirement for exorcism have surged to an all-time high. The Vatican has recently approved hundreds of exorcisms in the Mexico City area. Along with a group of local investigators, we're heading to central Mexico to jump on the front lines of this crisis.
Yeah, I think people are just super stressed right now, just like everyone else in the world. But Mexico's way of doing it, maybe they're super religious, so they think they're possessed. If it's making them feel better, then, you know, good for them, I guess. More possession stuff. Okay, the crew gets overwhelmed by physical sensations in the face of this spirit.
Carl, you okay? You gonna be all right?
I started to feel sick. I wanted to just get as far away from you guys as physically possible.
Did my crew's short time at the Skirrid result in this female attachment now affecting Carl?
Yeah? I'll get some water.
At that moment, I had this almighty rage come over me.
You're angry.
I'm very, very placid. I don't get wound up, I don't get angry, and I was fighting it back to try and lash out at you guys.
Yeah.
MJ, have you ever seen Carl get like this?
I'll be back.
There is definitely something here that tends to follow people, and
I don't know. The show doesn't look very good. I feel like these people are being really intense, fake. It's like all the typical stuff. They're like, I'm getting really angry. All stuff we've seen before. So far, it's I'm still gonna watch it, but it's not as good as Ghost Adventures, I don't think. And apparently this is proof of the paranormal.
Recently, there has been a rash of alleged La Llorona sightings in this region. And on all of these videos, you can hear children crying in the background. Much like the cry heard in Israel's audio capture. So I have to wonder, could the child sacrifice have given La Llorona her child back, summoning her to the Condesa? As my crew approaches the front gate of the hotel, they learn a former staff member is waiting outside. He wants to speak with us, but is unwilling to enter the property in fear for his life. Recently, there has been a rash of alleged La Llorona sightings in this.
I don't know. It just sounds like a bunch of animals. I don't think Destinations of the Damned is going to be that good. Have you guys watched it at all? It looks like trash, bud. I really like Ghost Adventures a lot. I always forget the name of the TV show, so I had to Google it. Don't judge me. All right, let's get on with it. So this one was from 4 months ago because I've been a lazy, tired ass. P-Jax is sending me a message. Do we need anything anywheres? No, thanks. I'm gonna make a coffee down here. Okay. Hopefully this is good.
A few months ago, a woman named Rosanna bought an old apartment somewhere in France and moved in with her 2 very young children and her 13-year-old cat, Loli. But almost immediately after moving into the new place, her cat begins to act very strangely.
Yeah. Hey! Hey!
Why didn't she go after her cat?
The cat, Loli, aggressively hisses and snarls at something that Rosanna can't see. Now, Rosanna says that the cat had never done anything like this before they moved. So as a single mother, Rosanna shares custody of her children with their father. So one night when the children are away at their dad's house, something happens that makes Rosanna's blood run cold.
That's French, by the way. She said the radio's broken. She never uses it. Does it show if it's plugged in? So there's another radio in the room. It says, Indiana, we can hear it say mommy.
Even though Rosanna is completely alone, she hears her young daughter's voice calling out to her from the children's bedroom. The voice repeats, "Mama," over and over. But strangest of all, the voice seems to be coming from an old radio that doesn't even have batteries inside. After this absolutely terrifying experience, Rosanna decides to share her story online in search of advice.
Just hand cream. This stuff is amazing. Hemp. Original. It smells like bananas. And it's not oily because it's really, really dry where I live. So I have to keep putting it on. I've never had this problem before. Sorry, I'm getting distracted by the video, but this is just so obviously fake and stupid. You know what I'm saying?
She also calls for help from a local priest. The scared mother is now desperate to try absolutely anything to get rid of the sinister entity that seems to be haunting her home. But nothing seems to help. In fact, it just gets much, much worse.
Yeah. She was perfectly recording at the perfect time, and she caught it at night. Why does she randomly have a mannequin head there? In the corner of her room. She said, I finally broke and decided to speak to it. I hear and I feel breath.
Right.
The head of a dressing mannequin that Rosanna has had for years moves on its own and seems to follow her with its eyes as she moves around the room. Rosanna feels that the apartment is no longer safe for her children and decides to stay in the home all alone. Eventually, she becomes so scared that she starts to only sleep in the apartment's living room. But then, late one night, Rosanna hears her cat Loli angrily snarling at something in the hallway just outside the living room door. What happens next is downright chilling.
Loli.
What's her cat's name?
Laisse-moi. Loli. Oui, Loli.
After this very disturbing incident, Rosanna says that she became seriously ill and spent the rest of the night throwing up. She says she is absolutely convinced that the old apartment she bought is haunted by a demon. For now, she stays at a hotel with her cat until she can hopefully afford to move somewhere else. She says she's currently seeking legal action against the people who sold her that apartment. The thing...
That was so obviously fake. That was the fakest thing I think I've ever seen. Maybe top 5 fakest. I'm super disappointed. That was so ridiculous. Alright, hopefully there's something better. Come on, May.
In the basement.
I've had scarier things happen at the hotel
who
at
wishes
night.
to remain anonymous, we'll call her Jane, reached out to us about a very creepy experience she had in her family home in Norway. So while Jane is in the basement grabbing some tools for her brother, she hears something that puts her on edge. She hits record on her phone as she investigates, and what happens next is truly bizarre.
Okej, så här ska jag hämta verktyg till bror min från det jag fixar på en bil. Så... Hva faen? Hallo? Oh my god. Oh my god, oh my god. Hva var det? Jeg sverger det er bare mannen der. I kjelleren. Så bare spiller. Som er jævlig creepy. Hallo? Det er ingen der. It's not people in here.
What are you trying to record? Jesus, make up your mind. What, why are you recording the floor?
Hva faen? Det er faktisk ikke artig. Hallo? Så, liksom... Ok, jeg må ta hvert ham.
Just an old door,
Jane
that's
hears
what they
several
do.
weird screeches coming from somewhere near her in the basement. And then as she leaves, the door seems to slam shut on its own. But did you see it? Jane looks into a mirror 2 times while walking through the basement. The first time, there's nothing out of the ordinary. But the second time, something seems to be standing in the doorway right behind her. To this day, Jane has no idea what happened, but says that the experience gave her the creeps. Now again, Jane says she has never posted this video anywhere online and wishes walking through the basement. The first time, there's nothing out of the ordinary.
Okay.
But the second time, something seems walking through the basement. The first time, there's nothing out of the ordinary. But the second time, some
Maybe she recorded on 2 separate days. No, because there's no cuts.
something seems to be standing
Just
in
sounded
the
like an
doorway
animal.
right behind her. To this day, Jane has no idea what happened, but says that the experience gave her the creeps. Now again, Jane says she has never posted this video anywhere online and wishes to remain anonymous. So I have to leave it up to you. Do you think Jane captured something paranormal? And if not, then just who or what is this?
I don't know. It's kind of weird, but it just sounded like an animal. The fact that she was spooked by the door closing behind her like that when it's an old house makes me feel like it's fake. She was recording like the floor the whole time. Like, it's weird. That's a note from me, dog.
Up in smoke. It's around 11:30 at night and Jocelyn is working in a smoke shop in central Alabama when she hears a noise coming from the back of the store.
Guys, I'm working by my f***ing self and I hear a f***ing noise in the back. What the f***, bro?
Something can be seen moving around in the storage area in the back. After posting the video online, shocked viewers asked Jocelyn to check the security footage of the camera in the back.
She shouldn't be
Now,
going there
whatever
alone.
this is, it doesn't show up on camera. But about 4 hours later, in the middle of the night, when the store is closed and empty, this happens. At around 4 in the morning, a ladder falls over by itself and a pillow seems to appear out of nowhere and just drops down the stairs. Now, Jocelyn says that she was so shaken up that she has no intentions of ever returning to work at the store and might actually just quit her job. But is this real paranormal activity caught on camera? Or is it all just an elaborate hoax?
Or it's a homeless person messing around with stuff in there, trying to live while no one notices. It could be an animal rummaging through stuff. And the ladder could have just, I mean, see, if you look at the ladder in this video, look at how it's slanted, right? It's like, well, okay, would the ladder be able to fall over by itself when it's slanted like that? No, not really. But look at the next video.
You decide. Too close for
When
comfort.
the ladder's falling over.
Amateur ever returning to work, ladder falls over by itself and a pillow seems...
Okay, look at how the ladder is now. It's not as slanted as it was, so it was moved. You can tell. You can tell the ladder was moved because it's not as slanted as it was earlier. So, fake. Unfortunately. It was pretty good, though. Like, look at how slanted it is.
work at the store and might actually just
How
quit her
slanted?
job. But is this real
And look at
paranormal
how straight it is now. So a ladder was moved. It's all fake.
activity caught on camera? Or is it all just an elaborate hoax?
Yeah.
You decide. Too close for comfort. Amateur paranormal investigators Jared, his brother David, and a friend get together one night to investigate Jared's own house in Blackpool, England. You see, Jared claims that he is...
Before we keep going, could you guys ever investigate your own home? Like, I can't do it. Like, PJax was like, we should do it here in this house because it's a really old, like, really old house that was built near the train station a long time ago, right? And I was like, nope, I don't want to know. We did use the Ouija board one night and nothing happened, but I was like, I want nothing to do with any of that. I like to keep it how it is. Okay, not in my own home. Thank you very much. And our basement is a dirt and rocks, like we can stand up in it, but it's like not finished. It's tiny.
Has experienced some creepy, unexplained events in the house. So Jared's brother David is holding an SLS camera with built-in night vision when he walks through the downstairs area to see if the camera maps out any strange figures. But then something happens that absolutely freaks out everyone.
Using the night vision camera on the SLS, so that's why they're stood behind me, because we don't want to keep mapping them.
Exactly.
We want to see what we can map ourselves.
Just have a look around the room, Dave. You never know. I mean, we caught some orbs in here last time I was up here.
Yeah, I'm hoping to see some orbs now.
Yeah. You never know.
We're back.
It's stuck on two of the K2 meter.
K2, what was that?
Yeah, we've got Jeb behind us doing the K2 and he's got a couple of lights on it, you know, so we don't know.
Yeah. Yeah, well, all we can do is just keep going
so
past and see.
Whoa! What the hell? Did I just see something or am I imagining that?
I don't know, let's go.
What the hell? I don't know. To me it looked like a face. Dave?
I thought I saw something.
That was really quick, really spooky.
As David pans around the living room, he captures what appears to be a bizarre pale face peeking out from behind the door to the hallway.
Just keep going past and see. Whoa!
What the hell?
The group looks through the house and even attempts to debunk what they just saw, but they can find no explanation as to what this is.
Did I just see a hand? An arm?
Antoine's
hold
restaurant
on.
house and even attempts to debunk what they just saw, but they can find no explanation.
Oh, that's the guy's hand. I was like, what the? Well, so if his friend is over there where he saw the face, couldn't it be his friend's face?
As to what this
No, it's
is.
too low.
Antoine.
The reaction was on point, but I feel like the faces, we've seen it more than once. It's always the same, like, kind of Asian looking face, right?
Restaurant. Isabel Riley recently told a very creepy story online and followed it up with one of the creepiest pictures you'll ever see.
I need to tell you guys about the most insane evidence that I have ever seen of a ghost existing. Backstory. I was at a company get-together with my CEOs, my coworkers, and one of the owners of the company. They've all looked at us and was like, hey, do you guys want to see a ghost picture? Immediately, yes. He begins to tell us that he was in New Orleans at a restaurant called Antoine's. New Orleans, first of all, super haunted city. If you know, you know. And Antoine's is one of the oldest restaurants in the city, one of the oldest restaurants, I believe, in America. It has a lot of history. It used to be a jail. It is a really well-established place, has been around forever. So he's dining at this restaurant and he's offered a tour of the wine cellar. The wine cellar is huge, has thousands of bottles of wine, probably worth millions of dollars. So he's taking a tour of the wine cellar, he's taking pictures. There's this guy in the wine cellar on a laptop who is apparently at auction buying more rare wine for the collection. My CEO takes pictures of this guy on his laptop, doesn't think anything of it, he doesn't see anything, leaves the restaurant, calls it a day. The next morning, he's looking through the photos and notices something. So this is the first picture that he showed me from the wine cellar. You can see this guy who is on his laptop at auction doing whatever. And here is the next picture that he took. So we all see that. That is a full body apparition. It looks like a woman in this like black Victorian dress. And when I was showed this, I genuinely had full body chills.
So just who could the creepy alleged ghost woman dressed all in black in the photo be? For that, we go into the history of the restaurant. Antoine Alciatore opened his restaurant all the way back in 1840. Then in 1875, Antoine passed away when he was only 55 years old. When he died, he left his wife Julie in charge of the restaurant. So could this be Julie's spirit still looking over the restaurant from beyond the grave? Well, let me know what you think.
So, how well do we know this guy? How well... Sorry. This is my life now. I'm just always tired. How well does she know her boss? How well does she know that he didn't just like find this on Google and it was photoshopped, or that he got photoshopped himself just to be a cool guy that got a picture of a ghost? It feels like it's a black and white picture that was copied and pasted into a new picture like they do in movies, and edited. That's what it feels like. Like if it was myself that would have taken the picture and I would have seen that, I've been like, oh my god. But because I don't know this person, I don't trust it. But it's a cool story, at least. It seems like a really cool place to visit.
We need scary videos, so if you see something scary that you think would be perfect for the top 5, send it to me at nukestop5@gmail.com. Bye, Felicia. One night, Felicia Hall is out on her back deck playing with her dog when things get weird.
Cute. Playing at night? Okay. Oh my god. Her dog with the ball was like, what the hell happened?
Out of nowhere, Felicia hears something that sounds like someone whispering right in her ear. Something that says, "Get out." As you can tell in the video, Felicia is absolutely terrified and screams and hurries back inside, leaving her dog to wonder, what just happened? So did Felicia get an angry supernatural?
I would have grabbed my dog first and then ran inside. Jesus. Okay, so here's what I think. Yes, it's creepy. But we have cameras at my house and I can go on my phone and I can literally talk through the camera. So sometimes when P-Jax takes Wyatt, when we babysit Wyatt, he takes him up to pee and I'll open up the microphone for the camera and I'll go like, what are you guys doing? He's like, holy fuck. Like, it's the same thing. I think that it's either their partner that did that, or hopefully not, somebody who hacked into it and that's watching her if she's alone and they're trying to scare her for content or for pleasure. I'm hoping it's just their partner that played a prank on them. But it sounded like it came right from the camera.
Warning, you
Poor dog.
decide. Revenants and renovations. A man who works as a nurse at the IMSS hospital in Manzanillo, Mexico was taking a tour of the recently renovated Clinic Number 10. Now, the old hospital was built in 1932 and has seen its share of death and suffering for over 90 years. So the nurse is filming with his phone as he walks through the renovated clinic. Later, when he reviews his footage of the old hospital, he spots something that sends a chill down his spine. Something resembling a small pale face can be seen peeking around the corner in Clinic Number 10. The man is shocked. He says that he never noticed this strange face while filming. The man's aunt posted.
You find it's the same, it looks like the same face as the two brothers in that house. It's literally always the same face. Are people buying the same mask or doing the exact same editing? Do you think we're not gonna notice? Also, why is your recording so weird? And why are you doing it at night?
Posted his video to the internet, and many viewers believe that he might have captured the spirit of a patient who passed away at the old hospital.
Like, they're recording as if they're like seeing something scary, but then they're like, I never saw anything scary while I was recording. Well, then why are you doing that?
Unearthed. This next creepy story has been going viral and actually made international news. So, TikTok user Katie Santry from Columbus, Ohio woke up one morning to find that things in her home office seem to have been mysteriously moved around.
I think my house is haunted and I'm freaking out. Like, I'm literally shaking. This is my sunroom. This is where I work. I sit here every day. There's a playroom here, doors here. This is the space. I worked in here last night until about 6:30. Everything was fine. Shut my laptop. We close these doors so the dogs don't come in here at night. No one is in this room. I'm down this morning to work. Screen shattered. This stuff down here. This hanging off. Here's the next bit of important information. So we're building a fence, and back here we dug a hole. There is a rolled up carpet buried underground that we came across as we were digging this hole. Rolled up carpet. Who the and why the is there a rolled up carpet underground?
Katie shares her strange story online, and viewers suggest that there just might be something more buried in the yard. Inside that rug.
How deep is that? Like at least 2 feet?
Almost, yeah.
Oh, right now.
At the intense urging of thousands of video commenters, Katie decides to call the police to check out the rug.
I've already seen this on
just
TikTok.
in case.
Oh, there. Yeah, I see that. It's like the tassel of it. It's like the end of it. Jeez, I don't even know. Carpets. Wow.
I was just say it's not, it's 6 feet long.
Oh yeah, no, there's just something like weird.
Now, Katie says that she thinks the rug is a bit strange, but she doesn't really think it's anything suspicious. That is until Columbus detectives arrive at her house with cadaver-sniffing dogs.
I don't know what to do for you.
Yeah, I've seen this. It's pretty crazy. Now this is a good story.
Oh my God.
Two cadaver dogs both signal and sit on the area where the rug was found, indicating that the dogs believe that there is a body there. And this is when Katie's casual story about a paranormal haunting and a buried rug starts to get a bit out of control. In fact, Katie's story becomes international news.
In a series of videos garnering millions of views, Katie Santry shared she may have discovered a body buried in a rug in her yard.
The entire thing blew up on TikTok this week.
The investigation stemming from social media. Police in Columbus saw a woman's TikTok showing she and her husband found this rug buried in her yard. She reached out to police. Well, police showed up with cadaver dogs.
Even after the first dog sat, I really didn't think the second dog was going to do it too. I thought maybe it was just an accident. And when the second dog did it too, I freaked out.
I think it is absolutely crazy for something to happen like in our area like this.
Understandably, Katie is completely overwhelmed as a homicide team arrives at her property to dig.
This is crazy. Okay.
It might not mean anything yet.
Okay.
Wait and see what the interpretation of the results are.
Okay.
Oh my f***ing God. So homicide is here and missing persons, and now CSI is bringing the shovels out. And I can see a news camera set up over there. Okay, they're digging. They've been digging. And there's 6 of them. Some of them are in the hole.
Katie's viewers watch and wait for hours as the homicide team carefully digs out and examines pieces of the stained carpet.
You guys, they have recovered the hole, and this has been the most absurd, insane experience of my life. What did they find? No, they didn't find a body. They found a mother effing rug with some rubber. The question remains of why did the dogs hit? I don't know. Both dogs, not just one, 2. I don't know. The other question remains is who broke my laptop?
So, Katie is happy with the news that the Columbus homicide team has not found anything suspicious buried with the rug. But viewers that followed Katie's story and even some news reporters are just not completely convinced.
Okay, so the update is they took the rug.
Okay.
Police did. They did not find a body yet.
Yeah, what do you mean yet?
Because the dogs marked on the rug, so there has to have been a body at some point.
I don't believe for a second they didn't find anything in that rug. Not for a single second. I think she was posting too much about it, so they decided not to tell her what they found. Or, because they took it away for forensics, it was a mirror on the rug, no body. I don't believe for a second there was nothing on that rug.
Yeah, for sure.
So even though police say the rug was fine, there's still some skepticism and some outright conspiracy theories about that rug. But what do you think? Alone?
Yeah, maybe the cops just don't want anyone thinking that they know, but it's like we saw the dogs. The dogs are usually not wrong, especially 2 dogs like that, and it's pretty deep, and there's that many people invested, and also what I saw on TikTok, the funny part is that they didn't mention is that the tree that was planted on top of the rug was like a human corpse tree or something like that. It's pretty obvious. Let me try and find it for you guys. TikTok user that found rug under tree. Okay, and then what kind of tree was that? So I forgot exactly what the tree's called, because I saw it on her TikTok, but it's like a blood tree or something. That's what it was called. I'm trying to get back to where they show it. The tree. There's the tree. Right here. She was talking about it and she said, what's the coincidence that this tree is called a blood tree? And I wouldn't be able to search it myself because it's just too far, but... And then there's a rug buried under it. Come on now. I found that really interesting. Her laptop thing, though, it's weird she didn't record all her stuff all over the place the morning that she found it, and then her laptop broken.
Outright conspiracy theories abounded. In fact, Matty Magarachi says that his house in Monroe Township, New Jersey is very haunted. In fact, Matty has been posting about the strange activity in his home for over 4 years. One night, Matty is home alone with his dogs when strange things start to happen.
What's going on?
Matty's parents are away on vacation, leaving him all alone.
Anyways, the fact that this guy says that it's been recording haunted stuff for 4 years, to me it's bullshit, but I'm still thinking about Blood Tree. Apparently that's the type of tree that was planted. But I didn't see any red spores, but it was really small. But it did look white like this. Blood tree in the States. She was in the States, right? The dragon's blood tree can grow in parts of California, Florida, and Hawaii. That's kind of crazy. Okay, back to this.
Alone in the house, and something else happens that makes his blood run cold.
What the f is that? What the f was that?
So these are just a couple of the many videos that Maddie has shared online over the last 4 years. So could it be that Maddie's house is actually haunted by...
Okay, so show the room then. It looks like a curtain that's open or something. Or a light or... I don't know. Go in the room. You want people to believe you. You've been doing this for 4 years for content?
something? Or is it all just a very elaborate hoax? You decide.
Man, this one looks crazy. This video here on the bottom left. That's it crazy. Imagine you come back to your video like that your friend took of you in the pool and this is what you see. Jesus. That looks more spooky. That looks more spooky than anything else we've just watched. Man, I'm sure I've told you guys when we found a carpet when we were ripping the rose bush. There's a bunch of rose bush in front of the house. We had to like remove them because it just wasn't well taken care of. So we're gonna fix them up and stuff. But there was a carpet, rolled up carpet buried under the rose bush. I was like, oh shit. And then there was a rock that looked like a top of a skull. But it wasn't anything. Let's look at the comments. No cat owner would move that slowly when hearing their cat screech. Yep, exactly. Ghosts always peeking around corners and doors like they have something to fear. Yep. I agree with the majority of folks that say the first segment is fake, but I must give them credit because it's still nice and creepy. I have no doubt that many of these videos are fake or in the very least misunderstanding, yeah, but you appreciate it. First video is the fakest shit I've ever seen. Yep, me too. Yeah, Jane wishes to be anonymous but showed her face in the mirror twice. A really good idea would be to check a wider area with ground penetrating radar, particularly when 2 cadaver dogs independently mark the area. Each dog receive about 1,000 hours of training before they're ready to work in the field. 95% effective at picking up the sense of human decomposition, including bodies that are buried up to 15 feet deep. Yeah, my draw is going crazy. My first act is to demonstrate that the radio has no batteries in it. Yeah, yep. People are mostly just talking about the cadaver dogs and something's up with that rug and the dogs. Haven't watched Nuke in a minute. Oh, here we go. This can be the last one. I recently had an experience in my apartment. My dad passed almost 3 months ago now, and shortly after he passed, I smelled his breath Last Friday, after sending my son to school, while trying not to wake my partner, I was quietly relaxing on the couch. I wasn't tired enough to go to sleep, so I decided to get comfy. Next thing I know, I hear my dad ask me, "Not tired enough to sleep today?" Which confused me at first. I checked. My partner was still sound asleep. The voice absolutely was my father's. To say I cried? Yeah. Well, you know what? I think that's just a thing of habit, because that's probably something that her dad said a lot, and when you're going through something like that, you do tend to hear stuff in your head because you're so used to hearing it from your loved ones. I think that's happened to me more than once. So, but if it, I don't know, I guess it made her sad, so that kind of sucks. It's pretty tough when you go through something. Sorry, I'm picking all the hairs off of me. So I was thinking, since these videos weren't scary at all, it's got nothing to do with what I'm about to say. I don't know why I said that. My mind's all over the place because I haven't talked to you guys in a while again, because I wasn't responsible. I'm gonna dye my hair black, I think. I'm bored of the red. I'm tired of it. I'm tired of when it gets blonde too. My natural hair color is black. I think I'm gonna go back to black. I'm kind of over it. No, I'm saying I'm bored. I always do this. I go red and then I go black. Red and black. So, yeah. I think I want to go back to my natural hair color. I'm really not feeling the red that much. And it looks worse on camera. It doesn't look that bad in real life. I like having light hair, but it's a lot of work. And, yeah, so next time you see me, I might have my natural color back, which is black. Not deep, deep, deep brown. It's black. Get out of here. Scram. Also, I have a TikTok. If you guys... I usually post cool stuff on TikTok. If you guys have a TikTok, I'd love to follow you back. Here's mine. Right here. Here's my TikTok. Elrenia. I'm at like 1,600 followers right now. You can't really see that well. I wouldn't show you guys my... But I post a lot of videos on there. Like work videos, personal videos, the dog we babysit. And yes, if you want to keep in touch in between while I'm not uploading these kinds of videos, which I really like uploading these videos a lot. I was thinking about maybe doing it at work on my laptop, but I'm worried the quality is going to be like extremely bad. But I mean, I can try it. It's pretty creepy at night at my job, so. Anyways, I'm done yammering. So I hope you have all your doors locked, your windows locked. You remember, take your pills, put your clothes in the dryer. What else do I usually forget? I think that's all I can think of for now. Remember also, take it one day at a time. If you're trying to eat healthy like me, just take away one thing at a time so you're not going crazy. Okay, see you next time, and sweet nightmares.